it was really hard. I was like, I could not breathe and I was just panicking. I was like, I gotta go home. I can't control these things. I'm not a normal person. I can't function like everyone else. Hello All Day fam, it's your girl Nyanio, also known as All Day Nay, and this is what I have to say. I suffer from anxiety and I'm ready to share it with the world. I suffer from anxiety and it's been one of the most challenging and difficult hurdles of my life to not overcome but also manage. I think when I was 12 was when I realized that I was a little bit unhinged, a little different, because I just couldn't function like other people or function like my other family members, because when any time that anything would stress me out, slightest amount of stress or anything that would make me anxious, I couldn't handle it. And throughout my adolescence and my early teens, I would lash out, and my friends or people said spaz, which is, I hated that term because it just made me feel really bad about myself, because I didn't intentionally lash out or spaz, but that was the terminology that was used to describe my outbursts. Were comical at times, because it was like, I don't want to be here. I can't be here. Come on, get me out of this car. I don't want to be here. Like, that's how my panic attacks, my anxiety attacks would look. I was just like, I couldn't deal with certain entities, certain atmospheres, certain spaces. Like, I hated escalators. I hated being in a car too long, people driving fast or reckless, elevators. A lot of things induced my anxiety, a lot of things. But when I say I managed it, meaning that I worked from about, let's say, age 15 or 16 onwards into my early 20s on finding a way to manage my behavior so that I can be a functioning human being, so that I can wake up every day and do my task and accomplish my responsibilities and my goals. And I would suppress my anxiety and use a different way of, a different outlet of releasing it, which didn't result in me having a panic or anxiety attack. And I've been able to do very well of managing it up until this point. I went on a trip recently to San Diego about 2 months ago, and on the trip, normally I get very anxious when I travel. I'm not a great traveler. I just haven't been able to travel someplace and enjoy where I am. Never have, and I'm trying to overcome that. I'm trying to find a way to like it, because I spent all this money. I should enjoy at least the journey, if not the journey, the trip itself, the destination, and I haven't. But anyhow, we're on this trip and I'm thrown out of my element. I'm thrown out of something that I cannot control. Different people, different energies. I'm a Capricorn, shout out Cap Nation. We just want to be in control. We want to know the outcome and the results of things. We don't have a lot of control over those things, but we want that, well, at least for myself. So we are I'm placed in a situation that I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't want to be around these individuals, but I was stuck with them because I didn't have a way back to where I had to go. So we are going from one Airbnb to another, just all day nonsense behavior, right? Like, I'm like, can we just get to our location, our destination? Let's just, like, for real. Like, it's been a long day of things that I can't control. We get in an elevator, and then there's like 1,001 people decide they're gonna get on the elevator at the same time as us. I hopped out the elevator. I didn't cause a scene. I was a little embarrassed about it, but I was like, oh, I can't be around here. I gotta get out. And I got out calmly, and I was like, all right, what floor are they on? 28th floor of this building. I'm not gonna walk 28 flights of stairs. I was like, oh no. So I got back in the elevator, and guess what? I'm put in a similar predicament once again. I'm in the elevator with 1,001 people. Now this time, not people that I know. I get onto the floor that I have to go, and one of my friends went to go look for me, which was super kind of him, and I really appreciate that individual for looking for me, because it meant something to me. But so that was my first like mini outburst. I didn't freak out, I didn't yell, but it did spark a little bit of panic in me, and that I overcame. I was like, okay, I managed that, I did well. And then the next same day, the next incident was when I was now I feel like it's an Airbnb, and I was told news that really made me upset, and I was like, ugh, I have to walk out. I walked out like in tears because I was just tired. I was just tired. Like I came all the way to San Diego to enjoy this time, and I feel like I haven't been able to enjoy it. I'm on the phone with my ex, and we were talking, and then I was going back to the room, and we're in a new Airbnb. We're in a different location, and I forgot the room. And I looked for the room, and I was looking for the room. I couldn't find the room, and I called all my friends. They were all asleep. You know, they wouldn't answer. I called so many people, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go downstairs, and maybe they can help me find the room, like maybe the lobby manager or something. I forget. We're not in a hotel, we're in a Airbnb. This is a residential apartment. Like, these are residential homes. So I was like, oh shoot, I get lost, I can't go back up the elevator because you need the key. This nice man, he helped me. He was a security guard. He didn't kick me out. He put me in the lobby, and then eventually one of my friends came and found me. I went upstairs and I started packing myself because I was like, you know what, I'm going home. I have no control over any of this. I am going home. And then my friends were like, I was upset with them. I'm not mad at anyone. I'm just mad at myself. I can't control this. I'm having like a mini panic attack, which became a whole full-blown panic attack. I'm like, I can't breathe. I'm hysterical. I'm crying. And reliving this story and telling this story right now, I can feel how my chest felt. My chest was like, it was really hard. I was like, I could not breathe, and I was just panicking. I was like, I gotta go home. I can't control these things. I'm not a normal person. I can't function like everyone else. I can't. I was just hysterical, and I was crying. And my friends were doing their best to help me, console me, and try to calm me down. And eventually, they just go to sleep, and then when you wake up, you'll be fine. So I try to sleep, and I want to say every 2 hours, I would wake up like panic, and my chest would be constricting, and I was just like, I couldn't grab a hold of myself, and it was so traumatic because it was like maybe the fourth major panic attack I've had in my life, and I was so embarrassed because like I'm hysterical, like I'm crying, I can't function, I cannot control myself, and that was when I realized all these years of trying to manage and control my anxiety, and also maybe another mental health situation that I'm not yet ready to address. I will address when professionals help me, get me on the correct methods in order to treat it correctly. Anyhow, all these years of trying to manage it and trying to control it, I couldn't, and I told myself, I'm going to, reach out to some professionals because I don't want to be okay sometimes, I don't want to be managing and suppressing something that I have not a lot of control over. You know what I mean? And if my methods are not the best methods, or they're helping but I need a little more help, why should I be ashamed to go seek that type of medical attention? I'm not ashamed of it because I realize when I'm in the right state of mind, when I'm able to manage my behavior and I don't have these outbursts, I'm very productive. But when I have these outbursts and these situations, they're very debilitating. I'm in those situations for like 4 or 3 months. I'm healing over that, and I kind of feel when I get overwhelmed, it's just a terrible condition. I'm in terrible condition when I get overwhelmed. So I'm trying to really find the right methods in order to treat it and to overcome it and just to be the best me that I can be. And yeah, that was my anxiety story and figuring out how to function with anxiety as a 22-year-old woman who wants to live a wonderful, beautiful life full of productivity and adventure and all these things. And in order for me to do that, I have to get a hold of my anxiety. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's been super real. I feel good expressing my feelings and being able to use this platform and this resource of communication in order to do so. So I really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe and like and comment, and if any helpful tips, or even if you're dealing with something like this, I would love to hear. All right, bye bye.